Okay, here's a confession of a naughty alchemist who's talking about the toxicity of metals from chemical reactions. So what I did was I told people that if you get a gold coin and you burn it for 70 seconds, ormus will come out, or ormus will come out of one side of the coin. There's a truth in that. There's a very truth in that. Something does come out of it. But if you look on my Facebook, I've got something that shows the hierarchies of metals as they evolve upwards. You burn them and they cast off magnetic fields, and then they become a higher form of metal working towards gold. But the thing is, mercury, it's in amongst it, similar to 10 pH. So all these alkaline people, all these alchemists, they tell you 10.78 pH, from 10.3 to 10.78. What they aren't telling you is that you can do a burn with flame on metal, and you can make the higher positive form of ormus. And it's called ormus, not ormus, it's ormus. To me, ormus is a name of a crystalline, alkaline example of attempting to make white powder gold via the crystalline, alkaline side of nature, using the lion, the nature side of it all. But the truth is that you can use metal, but you have to remember that evolution of metal can lead to making white powder mercury. We all know what mercury is. It's the stuff that they have in thermometers, and if it got on you, it's toxic poison, and it can come out as white powder. It can make all your hair fall out. I have fillings in my teeth, and they are they told me have some cheap ones. They're $5 or something dumb like that, and they have mercury in them, and I knew mercury was bad. I thought, oh, they're not going to give us anything that's going to hurt us, are they? Poison us or kill us or some shit. So, I'm unemployed at the moment, that's what I was then. So, yeah, some creepy old man who seemed to clunk into my teeth with his spinners and stuff, with his pliers and junk. I don't think he was supposed to be in there. Must have been some overtime man that runs in, lost his memories. Anyway, watch out, people. You're going to start tampering with evolution of metals. We're trying to get close to white powder gold, and remember there's a white powder mercury part way up there, and it floats on water. And some people have told you that on the top of the water where it floats is where you get the ormus. But I'm telling you, Barry's a fucking liar, sorry to swear, but floating is bullshit. That's where mercury goes. Who wants you to drink the mercury, man? Don't be a sucker and float the mercury and drink the stuff. You won't be getting no ormus from that one. You'll be getting a lovely little box to live in underground, and you'll be very peace and quiet. Yeah, mercury attracts itself to gold. So, get some gold into you, and you might be able to get the mercury to attach to it. Then if you can get the gold out of you, mercury might go with it. You'll lose your intelligence if you lose your gold. Some old people die of brain cancer because they haven't got any gold left in their brain. And the reason why is because they urinated it out. If you want to try urine therapy, good luck. Make sure you're having something that you're trying to break down with your hydrochloric acid in your stomach, and then redigesting it until it becomes monoatomic and digestible down to 2 electrons, is it? 2 molecules? Well, mono means singular. It doesn't mean bi. Bi is for 2, like bicycle with 2 wheels. Now you can get a ppm meter and break it down to 1, down to 2. the more hydrochloric acid exposure to the metal can break it down. Be careful not to take too much metal into your body. When you think you've got enough, you can feel it, you know it, you hear your body, listen to your body, you know, listen to your body. Yes, self-medicate, but be careful, don't go crazy with it, eh? Like my mum says, hey, you're building poison, man. Eat the nourishing foods, have the vitamin C, have the things that were put in trees, carbohydrates, minerals, but don't go crazy trying to be a god or immortal. Because they had Mount Olympus, and the fruit that grew up there was up where the high crystalline genetical structures were invincible. Now down here on the ground, we have low conduction. So our plants aren't as superior as up in those hills. So grow some ormus feed plants up in the hills, and you'll find they're the better foods. That's just a theory of mine, since fruit of ambrosia made people into gods, and that was up on Mount Olympus. No one said you could be a god, since there's one out there that's become him already, and he's well experienced teleporting and manifesting things. Yeah, take it easy. You wouldn't want to piss him off. I'm guessing he'll cast you onto that planet where he cast all the other people who thought they were gods. If he was first, he's had the most experience and the most conduction. And you can bet the universe sends power to him somehow. It's a big engine. But it's not true. It's not true. These are just theories, man. Trial and error experiments. I don't make money from it. I love mixing stuff together and see what happens. None's gone bang yet. None's gone kaboom. I'm still here for some reason. And I think it's because I'm a bit chicken. You know, I won't get too close to blowing shit up with, you know, nitric acids. And then they say put nitric acid in with your hydrochloric, and you make aqua regia, and that dissolves gold. Yeah, probably. Bloody deadly, only if you've got a lot of gold. I personally like the colloidal slow way. And then you can put it in a furnace once it's dried out. And it'll burn off all the impurities, and the only thing left will be the actual gold. Which even with that amount, it's not going to become much. But you can make them into wires. You know, make you a carbon, whatever you call it, crucible, a wire, mold it, make some slits in it for wires, bake it. Gold wires, you can put them in on the positive, hang them in, don't put the copper wiring. See how I got the copper wiring in? That's why it's so green. It's a hybrid of copper, gold and copper. The idea is don't submerge it. The proper way is to keep the copper wires out of the solution and just immerse just the gold only. The negative one doesn't erode, so I don't give too much stuff about that. But you're supposed to pick it up. So I ought to do that, really. Just get another keg and keep the copper wire out of the water, but the gold needs to be submerged. It's a bit rainy. Oh, not rainy. It's a bit slack. 2, 3 perspective. And drop the phone in the solution. And over here is my best friend, Telemon Slave. It's repulsing. Sorry, put that. It's driving the metals out. And it's uphill. But I've made it so that if anything were to come through, it's going to be almost, that's my theory. I could turn it around and get almost out the other one, so it would be downhill down there.